Okay, I've been wanting to do a bluegill filleting video for quite a while now. I see, a lot of different videos out there. Everybody has their own way to do it, and that's fine. I just want to show you my way. It's a pretty good way, I think. Of course, that's what everybody thinks. Their way is the best, right? First, I'm gonna go through this slow, and then I might do a small bluegill, and then I might just do a couple quicker so you can follow along. So first of all, I don't care what side I start on. Let's just start on this, on the fish's left side, and I'll just put my my finger right in the fish's eye, my index finger. Come under here behind the gill, and you're going to cut into the scales. You see how I'm cutting into the scales? So once you're starting to go into those scales a little bit, the knife will just go right in, and you don't have to worry about it slipping out. So go right into the scales. I like to come right up. A lot of people miss meat right here behind the eye. Cut around there, and then I'll come right down the dorsal fin until you get around in here somewhere, and I'll go all the way through and then down through the tail. Now flip it up, and now I'm kind of cutting at an angle up above those ribs. I get it right to the top of the ribs. Now I just pull it. I pull it over the ribs, because right here you got these bones. See these little bones that protrude out like little Y bones right here at the top of the rib. So I just pull it over that, and once I'm over those, then I'll cut in right down behind that, and then just go right down the ribs to the bottom. And look at that, what a nice fillet. And I got all this rib meat here, a lot of nice rib meat. We'll flip it over to the other side. Look, this is actually a red ear. And now I'm going to put my thumb in this eye, and then I'm just going to cut right into those scales. Try to get this meat here right behind the eye, and now just go right down the dorsal fin, and then cut through, and then go right down the tail. Now I'm going to cut it at a little bit of an angle up over the ribs. I get to the top, and I'm just going to pull it. I pull it a little bit, and you can see right here is these little bones sticking out that stick out. A lot of people get that in their meat. I'm going to cut right behind it, and then just pull right down and cut right down along the ribs right here. So there you have it. Take your fillet, start at the tail. I like to do this in two sections. I'll go down the dorsal side, flip it over, and then go right down the ventral side. And here I'm going to do the opposite. I'll do the opposite here. I'm going to go down this ventral side, flip it over, and then get that. And look at that, got all that meat right off of there. Alright, so if that's all you wanted to see, you can check out now. I'm going to go into a little more detail if you'd like to see some other tricks and stuff, I guess. Oh, looky here, here's a little one. So, alright, I'm sure somebody out there is going to say something about why you're catching these little ones, but if a little one swallows the hook and did a little damage trying to get it out, I'm not going to throw him back. I'll keep the guy, I'll keep the little guy. I hate to do it, but he's just going to die if you throw him back in. So, but I'll tell you what, with this technique, you'll be surprised the amount of meat you can get off of even these little fish. You watch this. They're easier to fillet too, honestly, the little ones. You might think they'd be harder, but they're just so much, the meat is so tender, and I mean, they're probably really better eating, but of course you're not getting as much meat on there. Alright, let's see what we get out of this. What can we get out of this little tiny bluegill? This one here, that we shouldn't even have kept, right? And look at that, would you? Man, can you see that? Wow, what a nice bite of meat. Look at that. We even got some rib meat on this little tiny bluegill. Here, come on now. Keep your board clean. Keep it cleaned off, so you not get that crap all over your meat. Now look here. I'm cutting down this ventral side. Look at that damn knife. It's so sharp. It's cutting through my skin. Again. Look at that. Again, another nice bite of meat right there on the ribs. All right. Alright, he's been on the ice for a while. He's nice and stiff. The meat is set up nicely. I'm going to flip that pectoral up, put my index finger right in his eye socket, cut right behind the gills there against the scales, come right down the dorsal to the back, cut through, up over the ribs, pull it over those little Y bones or whatever you guys want to call them. Flip it over. Put your thumb in that eye socket. Dig it down in there. Cut behind the gills. Come right back down along that dorsal fin. Cut through, down the tail. Cut it up over the ribs. Pull it. And then down along the ribs. Alright. Alright guys, we made it to the last fish. It's a little one. Probably was one that swallowed the hook. That's the only time I'll keep these little ones. I hope this video really helped you guys out. I hope you learned something. I hope it makes, you know, your fishing more enjoyable and the cleaning of your fish easier. And let me know in the comments, I guess, if you enjoyed watching. Also, I haven't ever asked anybody to subscribe to this channel, but you know, obviously I would appreciate it if you did. It would be nice to get a little bit of a subscriber base. So thanks again.